All right, we were just talking kind of about the impacts so far reaching and something we're still monitoring here because, I mean, we've seen the flooding and the impacts that it can have.
Yeah, even today, the San Saba River, which is well north of Kirk County, is in that moderate category. We've seen river flooding and flash flood warnings, even a flash flood emergency earlier this morning. It actually kept us much cooler, so let's start with the almanac. Our high today was only 84 degrees. Our normal high is 96, far away from a record of 108. Today was actually tied for the second coolest day for July 13th on record. Our records go back to the 1890s, so the only one that was cooler on this day was 81 back in 1953. So the rain and the clouds kept us far away from the heat. Here's where we stand right now, clouds and radar. A few tiny light showers north of Williamson County. Overcast conditions for most. Flood warning still in effect for the San Saba River, as I pointed out with their high levels. This also includes the Llano River. And good news down in Kirk County, the Guadalupe flood warning has expired. So let's focus on the San Saba River. At San Saba, around 8 a.m. it began to rise rapidly from the heavy rain we saw overnight, and now it's just under 30 feet. The criteria for a major flood is 31 feet. So the future is expected to slowly go into that major flood stage over the next 24 hours or so, and then slowly drop as we progress throughout the middle half of the week. So flood warning, at least in San Saba, is going to extend for quite some time. So here's clouds and radar. I want to show you two computer models. Here's the first one, putting pretty much nothing over our area tonight, versus another high-resolution rapid refresh models placing a little more shower activity west of I-35 toward Lampasas, San Saba, and Burnett. Overall trending a little bit drier from the data I had even an hour ago or so. We still have, though, that level 2 out of 4 flood threat. The ground is so saturated that even 1 to 2 inches can quickly run off and create a flooding situation. So we'll be watching the radar closely, even if some of the computer models are trending dry. Out the door tomorrow morning, it's 70s across the board, maybe an isolated 60 out toward Mason County. And then by the afternoon, it's 80s and maybe some low 90s from a 20 to 40% rain chance. Highs in the hill country in the 80s and then mid-90s further south and east of Austin toward Bastrop County. And a level 1 out of 4 flood threat continues for all 15 counties here that we keep an eye on at the First Warning Weather Center. And here's how it could look for your Monday. Intervals of clouds and sunshine with a few thunderstorms popping up from time to time. And then now toward the afternoon and evening, a little bit more of an aggressive output of some strong and even torrential rain out toward Mason and Atlanta. That doesn't mean it's going to exactly drop right there. We're looking for the trends, and the trends are our rain chance continues to stay elevated through your Monday, even into Monday night. I even have a 10% for Tuesday now. But by Wednesday, Thursday, and the next weekend, we dry out and we warm up. High pressure should eventually fill back in. So upper 90s return by next weekend. Our overnight lows in the 70s. KXAN.com/weather for the latest.